I'm just gonna make a quick tutorial to show a common problem, that is the UV layout, or the unwrap that has been done with 3Dcoat, and you want to get it back from 3Dcoat and put it in 3dsmax because the model you've already skinned and everything, and animate. Here you can see a Zorg that is calling his mother mommy. So this Zorg hasn't got any UV and any texture, no texture at all, and so I want to unwrap the UV, the model, in 3Dcoat because it's so very simple and it's almost funny. I'm gonna go into 3D. I'm gonna export this from 3Dmax and unwrap in 3Dcoat and get back in Max, and I will show you how to recuperate the UV. To get back the UV to put them in 3dsmax. There is a common problem. Everything seems awkward, but it's so easy to fix. I'm just gonna show you here. So I'm gonna export it. Export selected. I'm gonna go into this folder and I export as obj, and I'm gonna call it Zorg, and okay. So as you can see, I had a turbo smooth on the object, but it was after the skinning, so I'm gonna unwrap not with the turbo smooth, so it's off for the time being. When I export, I just use preset known, and as you can see, I'm not changing anything, just untick all these optimize functions and untick material because I didn't create any material. So export, done, blazing speed, and then here UV map mesh. When I open 3Dcoat, because that's what I want to do, I call for Zorg, and then I can say I'm coming from 3dsmax, no subdivision, keep UV even if there are no UV, and no smoothing. If I add multiple UV sets, I just tick import styles as UV set, and here it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna texture right now in this piece of software. So anyway, it's absolutely great software, 3Dcoat. So okay, I'm just waiting a little bit and everything seems awkward. There are a standard UV mapping and it's awful. So here I just clear all the seams here, and as I fly over, I see here the unwrap that is a mess for the time being. I usually use this edge loop mode. It's the quickest way I found, and look at that, boom, it's already done, boom. As you can see here, it's unwrapped, and then I'm gonna cut this part just for fun and this in half, and everything is good. I don't need to do anything more. Just if I want to have more control, I can cut here and cut there, and I can use symmetry on the symmetrical objects. So quite simple. So now the unwrap has been done, as you see on the right panel, UV preview. I need here to say unwrap, and everything is perfect. There is just a little bit of compression on the blue side here, as you can see, but you can click on the object and click here, relax, and you see everything is grayed out. Gray means no tension at all. So everything is nice. I don't want to see this yellow squares, so I clear the selection. Okay, and by default it's simple checker. Okay, as you can see, but you can use the complex checker or anything you want. Now I just need to apply UV set. That's what it's written in yellow on the menu. Apply UV set. Yes, and File, Export Object and Texture. I haven't got any texture, so I don't use export constructor or anything. I don't change the resolution or everything. I just put the name of the mesh, the UV mesh, the mesh with the UV I want to export. So Zorg underscore UV'd, and I click enter. Okay, going back to Max. So the object is here. Okay, as you can see, it's with the animation, the skinning, the rigging, and everything that can go on, the morpher or anything you want. And I just click import. I'm going to the right folder, Zorg UV'd, and here you really need, that's the catch here, you really need to say preset known and no ticking on any on these, because I'm gonna import as an editable mesh, then turn it to poly, then place the unwrap, then place the unwrap on the object. So you'll see it's very simple. So nothing fancy here. I didn't do any material, so I didn't tick material, and I don't change anything right there. Import. Okay, it's going to tell me there is the same name, so I change the name. And if I put on the side the new object that has absolutely the same topology, except for the normals, that's the problem, and that's the catch here. So I'm gonna do here, turn to poly. Then to check, I'm gonna put this simple material with a checker. Oh, this little bit of a bug right here, but it's really quite easy. Everything has been saved already in a recover version of the file. Just look at that for an. So here's the recovery. Everything is okay. So on this editable mesh, as I was saying, I'm gonna put this checker, and if you watch closely in the viewport, everything is perfectly alright. But if I want to transfer this UV to this model, see, look at what's going to happen. Unwrap, and then right click, copy, and on the new one right click, paste. It's not working at all. Okay, if above skin you put turn to poly and right click, paste, still there is a problem with the indexation of the faces. It's not what I want. So on this one I'm gonna delete the unwrap, and on the editable mesh I just need to use turn to poly before, then right click, right click, I need to put unwrap, and on this unwrap right click, copy. It's an unwrap that use the editable mesh that's been turned to poly, and that's very different. And you just click on the new model with the skinning and everything, and just above skin, paste, and you can see it's exactly the same UV layout, and the animation is right there, and everything is okay, and you've been really blazing speed to unwrap this model that is not symmetrical and that could look quite difficult. So even if you put a turbo smooth, and there's a little bug, but nothing fancy. Yes, as you can see, look at the model, everything is perfect, and that's really quite simple. So thank you for watching this little Zorg being UV'd, and see you.